welcome to the season, presented by the Sports Trifecta. Follow us on Twitter at the Sports Tri. That's TRI at the end. I'm your host, Sean O'Brien. Be going over a little bit on this episode. Gonna make it pretty quick here. I'm gonna do a little recap of the Peter Pan Stakes and then do a little Preakness preview as well. To get us started here out of the gate, I kind of want to talk a little bit about how the mud, all this rain that's happening during the Triple Crown races. Today, this is Friday, it's kind of getting to me. I'm getting a little fed up that, we go all year looking forward to these races. These are the biggest ones. These are the showcases. This is the best of the best we're supposed to determine when it comes to the 3-year-olds. And, we set up this point system for them. We set up all these, special things at 20-horse field. I mean, it's an amazing accomplishment to win the Kentucky Derby. The Preakness coming back just 2 weeks after. It can be very tough for some horses, facing fresher horses, things like that. And we're racing these in absolute... I don't even know if it's mud. I saw some tweets today on Twitter about how the track at Pimlico right now is absolutely ridiculous. Like, can you even have a... one of the tweets was like, is there a designation for a track that's worse than sloppy? There are rivers flowing across the finish line. I retweeted one of those. Is this really, I understand you get a whole bunch of people out there and it's a Saturday and you got all these TV rights that have to be done here, but can we do something to control this? This also goes back to the days when all-weather tracks were starting to come in after the whole Barbaro incident, and half the tracks in America went to synthetic, but then apparently that was done wrong and people were complaining about handicapping. Run turf races on that surface instead of dirt races, and then a whole bunch of just look at it online. Google synthetic tracks, why we don't really use them, why they're only at a couple tracks now and the other ones ripped them out and went back to dirt. But watching these races, maybe they should have. I would rather see these races run on all-weather tracks than what they've been running. And I've warmed up a little bit on Justify. I still think he's a lot of hype, and I still think he kind of ran slow in the Derby, with the mud and all. However, we're seeing these crazy results happening right now. 2 weeks ago, we saw the Pate Mile where Funny Duck, 40-1's coming in. Today, at Pimlico, Pimlico Special, Irish Warcry just blitzed the field. He's the ultimate yo-yo horse there. However, that was kind of unexpected a little bit. And then in the Black-Eyed Susan, you got Red Ruby that comes up and wins that race. Seeing some of these other horses that seem, on paper to be looking like a much stronger horse than these winners, they're nowhere to be found because they're getting mud kicked up in them and going around a turn. I don't know. I'm tired of the mud. I wish we had an alternative that we can race these on. And I know the concept of completely domed track. Yeah, it's a great thought. It'd be a huge structure. We have convention centers that are that big, though. However, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a little bitter, but it's our showcase for a great sport. And you try to talk to somebody about the sport and say, "Yeah, no, you should watch it. And these are the horses to watch out for," and those horses are nowhere to be found. It's kind of tough, and I get it. Yeah, Justify, Good Magic, and Audible were those are probably your top 3 horses in that race. Mendelssohn got screwed out of that. We've been through that. But I'm watching some of these other races, and it's just like, man. So let's just go to a quick recap of the Peter Pan Stakes. That was last week. We had, Core Beliefs, Zing Zang, Just Whistle, Blended Citizen. Blended Citizen came out on this one on top. Hey, that was a nice race by Blended Citizen. Kind of surprised a little bit. Went much faster than I thought he was going to go. That was a horse coming off of artificial synthetic tracks and turf tracks. So there wasn't much to go off on dirt. And I said that in the preview, and wow, he surprised me. Got me. Core Beliefs did pretty well there as well. I got a little disappointed with High North. Didn't do what I thought he was going to do. But that was good run by Blended Citizen. Give him all the credit. for that one. Good race. It'll be interesting to see him in the Belmont. And now we could just go really quickly to the Preakness Stakes. Everybody's saying this is a 2-horse race. This is between the top 2 finishers in the Kentucky Derby. Justify, Good Magic. If you want to win some money, probably put them in an exact boring. Oh wait, maybe you can find a way to make more money with Justify still on top. Let's figure out who's going to finish in 3rd and 4th. I don't know. That's going to been pounded into the ground as well. I don't really want to talk about that. I want to talk about how crazy this track is at Pimlico right now, and Justify may lose this race because this track is crazy. There's rivers, literally, like rivers flowing on the rail there, and it's going to be raining all night long, and it's not going to let up until a couple hours before that race, so that track is going to be nasty. It's going to be beat up, it's going to be sloppy. Justify is breaking from the 7th post. Justify should still win this race, he should still, but I have seen quite a few races today that have surprised me, and some horses out there that have never really run on the slop get on there, and all of a sudden they take off. I'm rooting for chaos tomorrow, kinda. I mean, I should be rooting for Justify to win because then the Belmont means that much, and I'll be out there at Belmont with everybody from the sports trifecta. All of us will be out there, all 4 of us, maybe 5. Is there the 5th one ever involved anymore? I don't know. I haven't really heard from him. However, D'Lo, myself, Joanna, and good old Potsy, we're all going to be out there, and I should hope for Justify, because then maybe I can see a Triple Crown, even though I'm not a huge fan of Justify, but, things happen. So, Justify, Good Magic. I'd say Bravazzo is one that I'm keeping my eye on. I really want to see if he's got it in him. He could possibly get a good trip. If this is raced on the dirt, I think Justify and Good Magic. Justify wins this probably 60-70% of the time, probably 75, 3 out of every 4. Good Magic probably takes the other quarter with maybe a sprinkle of Bravazzo and Quip in there. Outside of that, Lone Sailor, Sporting Change, Simon King, Tenfold, I don't really, maybe 10, I don't know. They're all kind of like, they'll finish bunched up, I think, if this is run on a pristine track. However, it's going to be run on a I don't know what you want to call it, a kindergartner's experiment on pouring a whole bunch of water into mud. I don't know what the heck to say about this track. So, who knows, maybe Justify's bruise all of a sudden comes back up. Maybe Justify slips out of the gate and doesn't get a great start, and he's eating mud. And this horse has never even eaten dirt, and now he's going to be eating mud for the first time in his life. That could happen. Good Magic could then possibly come up, because Good Magic can eat a little mud and still do very well. Bravazzo could come on out on the outside with a clean race and not have to eat much mud himself. I'm hoping for chaos. My actual predictions, you can see it on Twitter. I got Justify winning anyway. But I want to see, I'm throwing out a bunch of exotics tomorrow because this track is going to be, I don't know. If I could compare it to an analogy, that's what an analogy does. It compares to things. Good one. All right. So if I'm going to use an analogy, it's like when you're sitting, you're playing poker and you're in the big blind, and you get 2-7 dealt to you, and you're like, oh man, but everybody just calls, and I call those money-making cards because everyone's just hanging around, like they didn't pressure or anything like that, and you're 2-7, and then all of a sudden the flop comes and it's 2 2s and a 7. And you just check, and then other people, then all of a sudden ace and king come, or things can happen. It's why we run the race. Justify's still probably going to win this, but I want to see chaos happen. Look at my bets. I want to make some money. I hope you make money. I want to make money. If Justify wins this race, not many people make money. Or if you do, you make like 5% return. Just nothing. So, I want to make money. You make money. Let's make money. Alright, go make money. Alright, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned next week. A little recap of this, and then we got a little bit of a break before the Belmont. So, enjoy. Make money. Take care.